We now give to the distinguished gentlelady from Wisconsin, Gwen Moore.
The gentlewoman is recognized for the remainder of the time.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, distinguished ranking member of the Judiciary Committee. I've listened very carefully and very patiently to all of my colleagues in the House, and it seems that everyone in the chamber is against violence against women. It's just which women we want to protect remains to be the question. You know, for the last 18 months, it appears that I have lived in some sort of twilight zone where there are sort of like that program on TV, Sliders, where there are alternate realities. And this debate recalls that alternate reality. When we hear a support of the House amendment over the Senate amendment, we hear that all women are protected. For example, the Senate bill supports LGBT victims in the Senate bill, but the House bill strikes LGBT as underserved communities, and it also strikes the language that would have them as a protected group to not be discriminated against. So I think that the distinguished floor leader has asked us to find ways, find areas in the legislation that are wanting, and I would submit that that is one area that is wanting. The distinguished floor leader has asked us to find ways that the substitute is wanting and the Senate bill is superior. And I would say, with respect to supporting tribal victims, you know, we say that we give lip service to wanting to support tribal women, but when you stop and think about it, in 1978, the Supreme Court, in the case Oliphant, decided that federal laws and policies divested tribes of criminal authority over non-Indians. And the substitute seeks to affirm that, even though that was modified and overturned in the U.S. Supreme Court in U.S. versus Lara, which said that, in fact, if this body voted, we could, in fact, confer upon Native Americans the authority to give them plenary, we have plenary power to enact the legislation to relax restrictions on tribal sovereign authority, that we have the power to allow them to enforce domestic violence laws and rape laws on their land. And we so need it, Madam Speaker, because if you are a tribal woman, a member of a tribe, say, for example, the Bad River Chippewa, band of Chippewa in my state, and you were raped on native land. Tribes don't have any authority over that perpetrator if he's a non-Indian, even if he's your husband. The local police in that area don't have any authority. The county sheriff doesn't have any authority. The state trooper can't come in and arrest them. And the only person that has any authority over that non-Indian is some federal agent in Madison, Wisconsin, 500 miles away, which is why there has been a 67% declination of prosecutions of sexual assault.